Shout out to everybody tuning in. Hit that thumbs up for me. So, on today's video, I want to point out something. So, it's been a lot of controversy, and I done had people at me like when I retweet certain stuff, like, man, why you retweeting that? It isn't good for either one of them to do it. Like, this is the main thing that's going crazy on my notifications right now. And this is my response to that. Controversy and race sales. This is what America wants to see. We can sugarcoat it like we've stepped into a new generation and a new era and a more accepting time. But this world that we live in thrives on tribalism. People want to root for people like them. People want people like them to succeed, especially in sports. This is the most civil way you can, I guess, get a race war. The most civil way. Because, we live in a civilized society, so people don't really want to go out and battle. But a way you can get it is through Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, Magic versus Bird, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, and B. Jokic. So when Angel did that, some people, as we seen, felt classless. Some people felt the great competitor. They liked the moxie. When I seen it, the only thing I could think about was dollar signs, money, viral. And I guess my first thought was right, because if we take a look, of course, the Cavender twins are at the top, which I'm totally against. And when we look at number 3 now, we see Angel Reese up 485,000. So she went from 400,000 NIL valuation to 876,000 NIL valuation. 2.4 million followers, up 45% on Instagram, up 46% on TikTok, and up 9% on Twitter. We have Paige at number 4. She's up 1.4K, so she stayed pretty steady. No problem with her being in the top, well earned on the court, which I think this should be all a combination about. On the court, if you producing on the court, then the off the court stuff should matter. But you have to be producing on the court for me, for the off the stuff court to matter. Flau'jae, Rock Nation, up 82K, 752. And I'm happy to see this. Caitlin Clark, I think she was 14 last time, and now she's up to number 6, up 547K. So she's at 739. And it's just a great thing for the sport. Like, that's the only thing I could think about. And I hope in this new TV deal that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark get some type of extra bonus, especially off of all those clips. There needs to be people in the room representing the players and making sure the players are getting the proper cut from, how many times have people looked at the Angel Reese You Can't See Me clip? Who is monetizing that? The revolution will be monetized, but we want to make sure that the money is going in the right people's pockets, and should go in Angel. A percentage of that should be in Angel's pocket and Caitlin's pocket. So it was also an interesting article that I seen on here that I wanted to get into. So, all right, let me see. Was this it? Okay, yeah. Angel Reese, and this was 3 hours ago, and this is on 1on3.com by Griffin McVeigh. And the title is Angel Reese on WNBA Future. I'm in no rush. I'm making more money than some in the league. Angel Reese has dominated the basketball world over the past week. LSU took down Iowa to win the program's first national championship, where Reese recorded a 15-point and 10-rebound double-double. For the season, she finished tops in the SEC in both scoring, points per game, and on the glass, 15.4 points per game. Despite the on-court dominance, Reese is not eligible for the WNBA draft. In order to jump to the WNBA, players must either be 22 years old or a college graduate. At this point, Reese is neither. She will turn 21 this upcoming May and just completed her junior season. Even if she could leave Baton Rouge, there is no rush for Reese. She claims the NIL money being made is more than what the WNBA's best players are making. Reese has seen her recent success really open the doors for serious NIL deals. I'm not in a rush, Reese said via the I Am Athlete podcast. I'm chilling right now. I am in no rush to go to the league. The money I'm making is more than some of the people that are in the league that might be top players. Heading into the 2023 season, Jackie Young of the Las Vegas Aces is the highest earning player in the WNBA. The former 2019 number 1 overall pick is set to make just over $250,000 this year. An average player in the league will make around $100,000. Reese has seen her one NIL valuation soar in the latest update, now coming in at $876,000 and making for a $485,000 jump since the beginning of the Final Four. She now sits at number 3 overall in the women's basketball NIL ranking, with only the Cavender twins, Haley and Hannah, at Miami-Dade ahead of her. The one NIL valuation is the industry's leading index that sets the standard market NIL value for high school and college athletes. A proprietary algorithm, the one NIL valuation, calculates an athlete's NIL value using dynamic data points targeting 3 primary categories: performance, influence, and exposure. The latest NIL deal for Reese was announced on Tuesday, with the LSU star signing with Raising Cane's. Reese and fellow national championship headliner Caitlin Clark were able to ink with the restaurant and capitalize on becoming stars of the sport. Reese will be eligible to leave for the WNBA this time next year due to meeting the age requirement. However, if we believe what she's saying right now, we will not see Reese out of the college game until she is out of eligibility. And she has a COVID year, so she can play next year and the year after. And life is good at LSU. So if you're Angel Reese, and by that time you might be making almost $2 million, come on, you're not going to leave. I mean, it might get to the point where they try to, I mean, if you're making money like that, you almost want to make college its own league. I mean, it is its own league, but you want to make it a competitor to the WNBA because, You having so much success down there, why would you want to leave? And of course the WNBA is gonna make more money and continue to grow, but it's just like right now, the college game with NIL is just at the top. You know, it's gonna be hard to leave that. It's just gonna be very hard to walk away, and it just, with them having private flights, and hopefully it should be coming soon to the WNBA. It's just Candace Parker said she never had a locker room. I mean, you just are so much more taken care of right now, and I don't know if there is going to be a priority over building the league, over taking care of you and your family. Not Angel Reese, but just as a whole, and where we are with today's time. It's more about the youth, is more about, security and generational wealth. So if they can stretch that as long as possible, that's definitely something that they're going to do. A lot of people are going to be upset, but, I feel like they should take advantage of that as long as possible. Networks better take advantage of this rivalry and really start with I said LSU deserved a docuseries, but you can start how we watch Larry Bird and the Celtics go against the Lakers. You can start building that right now. You can retell that story right now and start building it into the season. And maybe we get an opener with Iowa and LSU. And, a couple matchups, one in LSU, one in Iowa, and maybe one on a neutral ground. And then hopefully we get to see it again in the tournament. Like, this is big business. This is box office. The world knows these two names. So you want to start curating this matchup, so when they do get to the next level, it's also a big matchup. And hopefully you can get them in proper situations to where they could, just like Larry and Magic, meet at the college level and meet up at the pro level. And this is how you start building the WNBA. So this is the moment that women's basketball needed. We've seen it's paying both of them. They've noticed a very big jump, which I'm very happy to see. And I just hope that this can translate over, and the right people with TV scheduling can continue to nurture this relationship, this rivalry, and hopefully it extends into the pro level. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Salute to Angel Reese. Salute to Caitlin Clark. And we need a little moxie in the sport. It's good for business. I'm out.